Whenever I was younger, I used to go to Japan a lot, and there was a Montessori school I went to. And one afternoon, there was a chamber ensemble, and I told my grandma that the shiny instrument was pretty. I didn't know it was a flute at the time, but I liked the way it sounded and how it shined. And then a few years after that, we went to Santa Fe, and there was a little Native American shop there. And we went over there, and then the owner of that store started playing his Native American flute for me. And I was just really enchanted by the sound of it. It's also interesting because that same night on the little hotel stationery, I drew a little flute and I wrote my name by myself for the first time. That Christmas, whenever I was asked if I wanted to play piano or something, I said, no, I want to play the flute. And so that's what I got for Christmas. It was a little Yamaha flute with a curved head joint because I wasn't quite big enough to play on the straight head joint. I didn't know it was going to be really frustrating trying to learn the instrument. The way other people sounded playing it, I couldn't get that sound. But I think as I've gotten older, I've matured and my playing has matured with it. And I've never been expressive with words, really. So having my flute there and being able to express my feelings and it projecting those emotions, it's something I still really enjoy just because I have that personal connection with it too. I'm really hoping, just in the near future, to get into a really good college with a strong flute academy. Career-wise, I'm really wanting to go into professional playing, possibly in an orchestra, but if that doesn't work, then probably music education.
When I was 3, my parents actually decided that I was going to play the violin because I was too young to decide that at the time. But I don't really think I could see myself playing another instrument. Violin is definitely the right choice, I think. I really like to perform, and that's probably my favorite thing about playing violin is just performing and sharing the music with others. But for me, the violin has so many different options for what you can do with your sound or the technique you can play on the violin, and the repertoire for violin is huge and fantastic. One of the pieces I'm working right now is the Mendelssohn Violin Concerto, which is pretty standard repertoire for the violin, and that's really interesting to work on, especially since I've been working on it for a while. You keep exploring new things weekly and daily, so it never really stops. It just keeps going and you learn more stuff. One of my favorite violinists actually was Michael Rabin. He's just, when you listen to his playing, it's kind of just makes you go, wow. And so that's probably my favorite violinist. But of course, there are so many violinists today and so many of the older generation violinists that you just look up to almost all of them. So. Ultimately, I would love to pursue a music career as a violin soloist and a chamber musician, but I'm also interested in playing in an orchestra or teaching violin at a university. I hear From the Top on the radio a lot, and I've known about it for a while. And when we heard that they were coming to Lubbock, that's kind of when we decided that it would be a good time to apply for the program. I'm really looking forward to meeting some people that are also very interested in chamber music, so I'm excited to meet them and hear them perform.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to audition. I was really busy at the time, but I got in all of my information like right before the deadline. And then whenever I was notified, I was scared because, it's a lot of competition. I mean, it's nationwide, so I thought, it's probably gonna be, you didn't make it, but even then it's okay. So I got the phone call and they said, well, our producers listened to you and they were really thrilled. They would like you to play on the show. And by then I was like, this is amazing.
To get the opportunity to work with Christopher O'Reilly, who's the pianist, and meeting some people that are also very interested in chamber music, I find it really exciting to work with others. So I'm excited to meet them and hear them perform.
I've known Fiona. I really got to know her last year, and I'm looking forward to play with her. And also just people from all over the United States, getting to learn their musical experiences and what it's like in their schools and how they got interested. I think really meeting pretty strong musicians will be a lot of fun.
It's NPR's From the Top, live in concert with host Christopher O'Reilly.